Hey, beautiful soul. Welcome to Soulful Saturdays with Saylor. Around here, we cut through the noise, ditch the fluff, and dive straight into what matters. Spiritual wellness, radical self-acceptance, unapologetic soulful living. Each week, I'll bring you the truth with a side of sass, reflections that wake you up, and reminders that you are glorious. So whether you got your journal, your coffee, or that wild, messy bun, you are exactly where you are meant to be. What's up, my glorious humans? It's Cindy here, ready to celebrate a full year of Soulful Saturdays. Gratitude, overflowing, growth, unstoppable, and yes, a little disbelief to that because we've done this, sometimes imperfect, messy, and gloriously accomplished. Can you believe it's been a whole year of Soulful Saturdays? I'm feeling all those feelings, gratitude, a little disbelief, and yep, some serious joy mixed with that. How did we even do this? I kind of wonder. And here we are, stronger, wiser, and more fired up for what's next. No fancy backdrops, no flashy lights, no perfect setups. Just me, a mic, and a script. Because honestly, that script is the message. And the message? That's way more important than trying to get everything else perfect. It's the heart behind the words that truly matters. And I love doing this. Yep, this girl with a mic is here to deliver a message that you may need to hear. That's been my purpose from day one. Not once did I let myself say, this isn't working, or how in the heck do I compete with everyone else out there? Okay, I fibbed. Yes, I thought those things. But here's the deal. It wasn't about competing. It was about connecting with you. You know, we tried that teaching route because, hey, I am an educator at heart. But now the shift has happened and I can feel it. I can't wait to see where this journey takes us next. But for now, I pause. I celebrate. I celebrate myself and I celebrate you for showing up, for listening, for growing right alongside me. Because without you, there's no Soulful Saturdays. And for that, my heart's overflowing with gratitude. And when some days, I swear, my plants are growing faster than my soul. But hey, growth is growth, right? All right, Soulful fam, let's get real for a minute. This past year wasn't all butterflies, candlelight, and inspirational Instagram quotes. Nope. There were plenty of moments where I questioned myself, doubted the process, and thought, what in the world am I even doing? There were mornings I woke up with full-on wrestling match happening in my head. One voice saying, keep going, Cindy. People need this. And the whisper, girl, nobody cares. Go back to bed. Can you relate? That tug of war between wanting to show up and wanting to hide? That was me. More than once. I admit it. Honesty's the best policy. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Podcasting is vulnerable. It's me, a mic, and my heart out there. No glam squad, no production team, no safety net. Just me choosing to trust the process. And the process is me growing and also celebrating my path. And you know what? I'll admit this. Some weeks, I almost let perfection stop me. I'd sit there thinking, if I don't get this right, maybe I shouldn't put it out there at all. Like anyone else out here, I was grading myself on my podcast. Yeah, it was me. Spoiler alert. It was me doing the report card, grading myself. Nobody else was doing that but me. I was being my own harshest critic. And maybe you've been there too, telling yourself you're not enough, or it's not enough, or it's not perfect enough. And listen, some weeks I was running on fumes. I was tired. I was busy. And I wondered, is this worth it? And then something beautiful happened. One of you would reach out, send me a message, share how a certain episode landed with you. And suddenly I remembered, this is why I'm here. The truth, growth isn't neat. It's not always pretty. And sometimes it's downright messy. But that's where the real lessons are hiding. In the mess, in the stumbles, in the moments where we almost give up by choice, but we choose to keep going. Soulful fam, somewhere along the way this past year, I realized something big. Every single struggle, every doubt, every messy, imperfect episode was actually part of the growth. Think about it. We don't grow when everything's easy. We grow when it's uncomfortable. We grow when we choose to keep showing up, even when it would be easier to hide. And looking back, I can see now that every wobble, every moment I wanted to quit, and actually a seed of gratitude waiting to bloom. It was a seed. It was getting ready to bloom. And you know who was blooming? Me. Because here's the truth. If I hadn't stumbled, I wouldn't have learned resilience. If I hadn't doubted, I wouldn't have discovered faith. And if I hadn't felt unworthy at times, I would have learned how deeply worthy I actually am. Gratitude became my anchor. Gratitude for the lessons. Gratitude for the listeners. Gratitude, even for the messy moments that stretched me into the stronger version of myself. Yeah. And let me tell you, sometimes gratitude look less like a journal entry or more like a, okay, thank you, universe, for this total disaster. I guess I needed it. And that's the beauty of this journey. When we choose gratitude, even for the tough stuff, it shifts the story. Suddenly, the chaos becomes clarity. The breakdowns become breakthroughs. And the pressure, well, it shapes diamonds, doesn't it? So as I look back on this year, here's what I know for sure. I wouldn't trade the messy moments for anything. Because without them, there wouldn't be growth. And without growth, there wouldn't be this deep well of gratitude that I feel today. Gratitude for this show, gratitude for all of you, and gratitude for this chance to keep moving forward into what's next. You know, when I first sat down with just a mic, a script, and a prayer in my heart, I had no idea where the Soulful Saturdays journey would take us. I didn't have the fancy backdrop. I didn't have the perfect equipment. But what I did have was a message. And I've learned over this year the message is what truly matters. We've talked through some deep themes together: satisfaction, self-love, embracing change, gratitude, contentment, compassion, and so many more. And every step has been about growth. And you, my beautiful listener, you have been growing right alongside me. That's the real celebration today. Not just the episodes, not just the format, but the transformation happening inside of each of us. Gratitude has been my anchor this past year. And even in the moments when I doubted myself, when I wondered if I was saying enough or if I was saying it right, gratitude brought me back. Gratitude reminds us progress over perfection. Yes. Heart over hustle. Growth over fear. Yeah. And here's the truth. Growth isn't always pretty. Sometimes it's messy, uncomfortable, even painful. And gratitude makes the mess meaningful. Gratitude allows us to see that even the hard parts are shaping us, strengthening us, preparing us for what's next. So as we celebrate 1 year together, I want you to pause with me and reflect. Where have you grown this year? What are the most grateful? What are, see, messy things happen, just saying. What are you most grateful for in your journey? Even if it came wrapped in a challenge, a change, or uncertainty. Because when you look closely, you'll see the thread of growth and gratitude running through your story too. I want to tell you a little story that happened last week. I was preparing this episode and I caught myself in a classic trap. Trying to make it perfect. Yep. It sneaks up on you. You know that feeling, right? When you want everything to be flawless so you don't embarrass yourself. Well, yeah, me too. And I've kind of done it in this episode. Just saying. Then I paused and asked myself, Cindy, what are you really afraid of? And the answer hit me. I was afraid of being seen, really seen, not just for my successes, but for my messiness, my struggles, my humanness. That moment reminded me why I started Soulful Saturdays in the first place. To create a space where we can be real, imperfect, and beautifully human together. And honestly, my dog was watching like a tiny judgmental audience member. He was impressed, sorta. But hey, the rest of you have been amazing critics and cheerleaders. For my dog, yeah, I get the side eye. It's okay. But for you, I'm grateful. For myself, I celebrate. I celebrate being able to do a weekly informative conversation talk with you. to help inspire you. This journey has shown me that the power is showing up, and it's not being perfect. You know what this past year has shown me? That growth and gratitude are not just feel-good ideas. They are living, breathing practices. Choices that we make every single day. Not someday, not when life gets easier, but today. Gratitude is not waiting until everything is polished and pretty before we say thank you. It's about whispering or sometimes shouting thank you right in the middle of the mess. You know, when the laundry's piled up, when the plans fall apart, when your heart feels a little heavy, gratitude doesn't wait for perfection. And growth? Well, growth doesn't always look like fireworks, does it? Sometimes it looks like those tiny seeds underground, cracking open where nobody can see. No applause, no spotlight, just the quiet strength of becoming. And that's worth celebrating too. When you bring growth and gratitude together, it's like the soul alchemy. Gratitude roots you in the now. Growth stretches you towards what's next. And together, they keep you grounded and expansive at the same time. And that, my soulful fam, is balance. So let's slow down for a moment and let's take a breath. Yes, right here, right now. Inhale and exhale. Yes. And I want you to ask yourself, where have I grown this year that I haven't yet celebrated? What shift, big or small, deserves a thank you from me to me? Maybe it was setting a boundary that you never thought you could. Maybe it was getting back up after life knocked you sideways. Maybe it was simply choosing to keep going when it would have been easier to give up. Don't dismiss the little wins. They're the bricks that build your foundation. This is your permission slip, straight from me to you, to celebrate yourself. Yes, celebrate yourself. To honor your lessons, to see your resilience as the sacred, powerful thing it is. Because you, my friend, are living proof that growth is possible. And gratitude is the glue that makes sure none of it slips through the cracks unnoticed. So today, hold your head high, say thank you for the journey, and trust that even the unseen places, the seeds of your next season, are already breaking open. Growth, gratitude, that's your shift. And it's glorious. It really is. All right, my beautiful soulful fam, we're going to wrap up this anniversary celebration. Woo-hoo! Oh my God, this is absolutely amazing. And I want to leave you with one simple, powerful invitation. Take 5 minutes today, just 5, to pause and write down one way you've grown this past year and one thing you're truly grateful for right now. It doesn't have to be big or flashy. Growth can look like showing up for yourself when you wanted to give up. Gratitude can be as small as the way your morning cup of coffee warms your hands. Because here's the truth. When you notice your growth and name your gratitude, we build a bridge between who we were, who we are and who we are becoming. That's where the soul shift happens. So this week, carry that with you. Whisper it as a prayer. Hold it as a mantra. I honor my growth. I live in gratitude. I step boldly into what's next. And remember, you don't walk the journey alone. Every Saturday, every story, every sacred pause, we grow together. Thank you. Thank you for being part of this first beautiful year of Soulful Saturdays with me. My heart is overflowing, and I can't wait to see where our next chapter takes us. And until then, breathe deep, stay grateful, and as always, you matter. Be glorious, my dear ones. Be glorious. Thank you for sharing this Soulful Saturday with me. As you move through your week, carry this truth in your heart. You are worthy, you are radiant, and your presence matters. And never forget, stay soulful, stay sassy, stay you. I'll see you next Saturday, beautiful soul. Same time, same vibe, same glorious energy.